Kona Tower, Cessna 73473, holding short of 17, ready for a southeast departure.
Cessna 73473, Kona Tower, runway 17 at golf, clear for takeoff, wind 190 at
17 at golf, cleared for takeoff, 73473. That's a rat tail number. All right. Lights. We need some lights. Camera and action.
Right side is all clear.
Clear right, no big jets coming in?
Nope.
We got 8 knots of 20-degree crosswind. Probably won't need much correction. All right, here we go. On center line here. 55 knots is the rotate on this plane, right?
Yeah.
Alright, full power.
33, Papa Juliet.
Fuel flow, looks good. Airspeed's alive.
Traffic with information, Juliet.
Front end's up. 52, 53. We'll pull back a little bit, let it fly off.
Papa Juliet, Kona Tower. Taxi Alpha Kilo.
There we go.
Take off. Then enter left.
Little touch of right rudder.
South of Charlie.
We are airborne in Hawaii.
Left coast traffic for cruise. Alpha Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Nice.
This is cool.
Kona Tower, helicopter 333, Papa Juliet on the downwind.
Yeah, this plane's rigged really nice. Like it's
South Alpha. South Charlie.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little Cessna.
South Alpha, South of Charlie, clear for the option, 333, Papa Juliet.
yeah. Kona Tower, Cessna 73473, looking for a frequency change.
So 73473, frequency change approved.
All right, we'll see you soon. 4373. It's the wrong place. Right
Yep,
there.
Perfect.
So now, blew through my altitude while I was doing that.
Okay.
All right, we can power it back.
So this whole coastline is really beautiful. Lots of reef, super historic coastline where King Kamehameha kind of retired after island conquering. And yeah. So when you look at the coral mapping of the Big Island, most of the coral out here goes from kind of the northern tip all the way to about Captain Cook Bay or Kealakekua Bay, and then it really tapers off. There's coral all the way around, but this west coast has a little bit shallower of a shelf that extends quite a ways off.
Got it.
And for that warm water or shallow water coral to grow, the maximum depth can only be about 100 to 150 in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but what's interesting is I just learned there's actually a deep water coral. They call it like cold water coral, where it only grows in zero light and it's way down deep.
Wow.
And the weird thing is, even though it's so deep, it's still really colorful.
Even though it has, nobody can ever see it because there's no light.
No one can see anything, but yeah, there are all kinds of beautiful colors.
What a trip. Yeah, this is my favorite island just because the geological craziness that has happened here to create it is just, there can't be anywhere on the earth that's like this.
Yeah. We're sitting on top of a 300-mile hot spot, 300-mile diameter hot spot that for some reason is out here in the middle of the Pacific Plate, and it keeps just pumping magma up into lava form.
Crazy. I remember it was probably 10 years ago we came out when the lava was dumping into the ocean and hiked out. You know, it took us like an hour and a half to hike out there, but we're like, 300 yards from lava dumping into the ocean. It was like, where else is that going to happen?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, you called it. Heading south is smooth.
Yeah, you don't want to go north today. It would be a freaking nightmare. Over to our left is infamous Kealakekua Bay, where Captain Cook got murdered by his own knife that he gave one of the warriors. And he was eaten. Did you know that?
They ate him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds like not a good way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is freaking cool, dude. I know you do this every day, but...
No, it's always cool. And plus, this island's always changing.
Yeah.
So, lots of cool stuff.
That's a pretty good office.
And this whole cliff line has tons of skeletons in there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because the kings, what they would do is when they died, the bones carried mana, like a power. And so you didn't want your enemies to get a hold of it. And so someone would actually volunteer to hide the bones in the cliff line, and they'd get lowered down by rope. And once they hit it, they'd cut the rope so they'd fall and they'd never know where the bones were actually located.
Wow. What a trip.
You gotta remember, like the Hawaiians, after the Tahitian or the Tahitian Islanders showed up, the really strong warrior culture. And they were beasts on the battlefield. And a lot of human sacrifices going on, all kinds of stuff.
Some real life. Yeah.
Okay, out here, try to stay a couple miles offshore and you'll get a really good view of this really cool spot over to the left, which is called the Place of Refuge. And there were numerous heiaus or Hawaiian temples out here, but this one's one of many where if you lost on the battlefield or you broke one of the rules, if you hauled butt to this temple, then they wouldn't kill you.
Okay.
But you had to be within the safe zone.
Kind of like Japan, where everything's about the honor.
Oh yeah, lots of honor out here. And you know, I think that's that, and also the Asian culture, like ancestor worship and stuff, is why respect is so big out here.
Yeah.
And you hear a lot of people getting in trouble with, oh, someone disrespected me. It's like, it's because like based on age and whatever, you're supposed to show a little bit of like compliance,
deference,
respect.
yeah.
And that's a really big thing out here. So when people don't, like if they're you know, not really used to that, then it can kind of throw people off. Off to the left, there's a little bit of a rock platform that's flat rectangle. And then in the coconut palms, there's actually a big, thick wall right on the little peninsula area. And that whole area was like the safe zone.
Oh, really? There it is. I see it.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
home
national
base.
historic site that you can fly.
Maybe we should have gone there, Shane, after losing the in-and-out game so badly yesterday.
So in the past 1,000 years, Mauna Loa, 40% of its surface has actually been recovered with surface lava. And the top is sulfur dioxide coming through, and also some steam vents. And the really big difference between a steam vent and sulfur dioxide vent, or sulfur vent, is that a steam vent is just surface water that's falling through the cracks, get down low where it's pretty warm underneath the surface, and then coming back as steam, whereas sulfur vents are actual like basalt rock off-gassing that seeps through cracks directly from the magma chambers down below.
Wow. How you doing back there, wife?
I'm good.
This is rad.
Yeah, and we'll just aim for like, 7,500 or so.
Okay.
Just a gradual, continuous climb.
I can see how you get yourself into trouble pretty quick around here.
Yeah.
So to shoot that pass, you got to be around 8,000. Is that where you're?
Well,
7,500?
that's about 8,000 right
Yeah.
there. The summit there, that's 14,000.
Yeah.
The
wanna mess
pass
with that one.
in here should be about, the actual lands actually, there's a lot more old growth forest, and we're flying over an area that's kind of wet for the Kona side. Right about 2,000 elevation, we have a lot of Kona coffee growing.
Cool.
And the reason is because of exactly what you're seeing. Every morning it's clear. We're 9, almost 10 o'clock. It starts to cloud up a little bit. It'll stay cloudy right along that shore, up where the coffee plantation is, so the hot sun doesn't burn the little berries. And then as the sun keeps on moving, then it gives it that light. So it rains just a little bit every single day up on the hill. And it really works quite well for the Arabica coffee plants that are grown out here. You compare that to some other places like Ecuador.
Yeah.
And when you go to a coffee plantation down there, what you'll find is rows of coffee, but every like 2-3 coffee plants, you'll have a banana tree or some other kind of foliage that helps with a little shade. Here, you don't need that because the cloud shades it every single day.
That's a big reason why grapes are so popular out in Napa, is because every morning it's socked in and nice. It's nice and cool.
Yeah, I bet you it's the same thing.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Don't tell any of the wine people that, man. They'll come and invade your state. You have vineyards everywhere. Yeah, look how flat the terrain looks, Shayna, even though it's rising the whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
So right off this way, probably at our 060 heading or so.
Yeah.
This whole flat area, there used to be a walking trail that went from Kona to Hilo on the other side over there. And that trail went all the way through, and it was the shortest trail that connected the two big hubs of civilization out here. Mauna Loa, which is 100 feet lower than Mauna Kea.
Oh, that's funny.
We got Hualalai over here, and Hualalai has a lot of texture to it. When we fly next to it, you'll see all these cinder cones and stuff. And the Hawaiians felt, I guess without a map, they thought that this center section was the navel of the island. It was the powerful power source, the mana source of the islands. And there used to be a temple way up here called Umi's Temple, or Umi Heao. Umi was a really powerful king way before King Kamehameha, and they built a structure out here. So as we fly between these beautiful volcanoes, see if you can't find kind of an extraterrestrial looking temple in the flat. Hualalai Mountain erupted in 1801, and that's where the Kona Airport is. The bottom, that whole pan of brownies down there is all 1801.
That was all run off from that.
Yeah. And all these shield volcanoes have a rift zone. They're very heavy. They crack under gravity by pulling it down. And also magma that's right below us is pushing up. So they crack, forming these crack zones or rift zones. And from that rift, more magma can come through. So we're looking right now at this line of little cinder cones.
Yeah.
That is a rift zone of Hualalai.
Huh.
I can't really see, but my guess is Umi's temple is right to our left down below in a weird extraterrestrial rock formation.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Right below us.
Kind of weird, right? That's hundreds of years old. No real public access up here, so most people don't get to see it.
That's cool. Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like a TV with bunny ears.
Yeah. Now, surprisingly, we're getting a little bit of wind.
Yep, coming through this.
Yeah, and check this out. You know what this is? The wind is climbing up above 14,000 feet and rushing downhill here. So an interesting thing about these shield volcanoes, sometimes we'll have these cinder cones that pop up. On the left you'll see a bunch, on the right you'll see a bunch. And a cinder cone is its own volcano that comes off the side of a shield volcano rift. But an interesting thing is, unlike other parts of the flow, the cinder cones have one charge.
Huh.
They'll blow up, boom, and then that's it, no more.
That's
Whereas most of the shield volcano is a gradual flow, just like what we're flying over and off to the left.
Yeah, you can see the river of lava that just went right down to the water.
Yeah, so when you look down on the left with those, it looks like a black stream.
Yeah.
That stream would have been the fast-moving lava. It would have been like the 17-mile-an-hour red luminescent lava just blasting through. And the side, the lava would have been some of the slower creep, just like a bulldozer off to the side.
That's pretty cool.
So off to our right, this whole area used to be leased out or lent to the War Department and Marine Corps' 5th Division. And all the Marines and soldiers were training in this big area right before getting shipped out to Iwo Jima.
Oh, really?
So they used to practice storming the cinder cones and stuff out here.
Wow.
And they had like amphibians and stuff landing down at Hapuna Beach and everything. Bunch of practice. And that's why no one's built anything out here. It is full of lost hand grenades and unexploded artillery rounds and all kinds of stuff. The whole thing has all kinds of unexploded ordnance down there.
What a trip. I guess this would have been most like Iwo Jima to train in, right?
Yeah. Kind of unfair to the service members going from such a paradise to the meat grinder.
Yep. Literally the meat grinder.
Yeah.
Will you give up the controls for a minute so I can make you take a picture with me?
Yeah, sure. You got the camera?
Yeah.
You want the controls for a second?
No, I got
Apparently I have to take a picture.
You do. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. No, one more.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Hawaii
Okay.
selfies engaged.
You can fly the plane now.
All right, thanks. Kona Tower, Cessna 73473, about 7.5 miles inbound on the coast from the northeast. We have Kilo, like a full stop.
Cessna 73473, Kona Tower, ident.
Where's your ident, bud? 73473 on the ident.
Cessna 473, ident observed. Proceed inbound to follow Boeing 737 traffic, 4 mile final. Report traffic in sight when able.
We got the traffic in sight, and we'll proceed inbound for 73473.
Cessna 473, number 2, runway 17, cleared to land, caution turbulence. Wind 190 at 6.
Number 2, cleared to land, 73473. Kona Tower, 73473, like to request a long landing and a turn off at Charlie.
Cessna 473, approved.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
That way, you know, you're not taxing for a mile. You're only taxing for like a couple hundred yards.
Those pappies are working. What are they talking about in the NOTAM?
I didn't even notice that NOTAM, actually.
So, we are still 4 miles out, so I don't need flaps or nothing yet. We're way high, but it just looks weird.
Oh, I got 30 flap in, sorry.
Oh, do you? Okay.
It's an automatic one. I'll give it back a 10, okay?
Okay.
I think, is that what you wanted, or do you want full?
10's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was about to go to 40, so.
Whoa. Yeah, 40's, okay, I'll be on the power. All right, we'll go carb heat. Prop full forward, mixture rich.
Nice.
Landing lights are on. And we are high. That's okay. We'll let off the gas a little bit here.
Yeah, but if you aim for midfield or so, you can kind of ignore the pappy and...
Yeah, he's touchdown right now. I don't have a, oh, there's my clock on this thing. I usually like to give it 2 minutes.
465 left at Hotel Alpha to the gate this frequency.
Hotel Alpha to the gate.
He landed way in front because he's taking a left at Hotel.
Kona Tower,
I love this.
Oh man, I didn't realize that thing was like.
Yeah, you got 30.
Got it. What am I at 30? Let's put it to 30 and we'll stick it there. I'm like, whoa, somebody hit the brakes.
7158 Sierra Kona Tower, proceed inbound via the highway, report a beam in the tower. Report a beam in the tower, 58.
Alright, I think this plane's 65 knots.
Yeah,
Sure, over the numbers?
would be great, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so beautiful out here.
Yeah.
I think we got some good separation from him.
Yeah, you're good. Plus the wind's kind of pushing it off this way, the turbulence, so.
That's true. What is Taxiway Charlie? Is that the end one?
It kind of curves at the
I see
very
it.
end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
Cool. We'll start to work our way down here. Can't say I'm used to 2-mile runways too much.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy, right?
Yeah.
It's super wide, super long.
Yeah, it makes you flare early? No, you flare early.
Yeah,
when
and
it's big.
what I'll do is I'll help call out the altitudes so that you kind of have a visual on what's going on. And I'll start calling it out from 200 feet to 100 and then 50, and I'll let you know when we're about 20 feet up.
Sounds good.
Just as a verbal to help with what you're visually seeing.
Like we're pros.
She said 190, but I think that it's a little bit more crosswind, so
Yeah.
it's just coming off the water here, and so just keeping that in mind.
Alright, we're gonna still 200 feet above the runway or over the runway.
Yeah, right now we're 200 feet.
Yep.
150.
Morning, Kona Charlie, compass 307 on your birth, south time 8 kilos. We're cruising at a point to
That's
northeast.
about 50 feet.
Helicopter
And right about here's 20.
Alpha, correction, Kona Tower, Alpha at Kilo, clear for takeoff, wind 220 at 6, proceed northeast.
Alpha Kilo, clear for takeoff, proceed northeastbound, thank you.
Amazing landing, man. Great job.
Nice.
I felt like that was rough.
307
That's the difference between the RV though.
is company.
That was a great job.
It started getting rained on.
We'll be looking out for that company.
Peter, that's the difference between the RV and a 172.
That's true. Our RV you can land and people sometimes don't even know we're landing.
Like a feather.